Okay, now that we have added a ViewPager, let's add a bottom navigation bar to our application. Yeah, so a bottom navigation bar is actually a tab menu that can be easily accessed by the users. Yeah, so because it is located at the bottom part of our screen, so usually our thumb can just reach the bottom bar easily. Yeah, it is suggested that the number of tabs is between 3 and 5. Yeah, if you have less than 3 tabs, then don't use bottom navigation bar. And if you have more than 5 items, then also don't use bottom navigation bar. Yeah, or else it will become very crowded or very cramped over here. And use a bottom navigation bar for high-level navigation. Yeah, this menu should be accessible from any page. And you can read more at this website. Yeah, I will provide the link for you in the description below. Okay, let's add it. Yeah, let's add a new navigation bar. So Android Studio provides the widget, which is called a bottom navigation view, as the container for the menu items. Okay, let's go back to the main activity. Then search for the bottom navigation bar, bottom navigation view. Yeah, it's over here. And then let's drag it to our layout. Where is it? Okay, where is my bottom navigation bar? It's missing. Okay, we must constrain it to the bottom left and right, but because I cannot see my bottom navigation view. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Maybe I will just drag it over here because I don't want my bottom navigation view to become the child of the view pager. Okay, now it's over here. I will change the layout width and height. Let's just let's see. Okay, let's modify this a little bit. Yeah. So for the bottom navigation view, let's constrain it first to the bottom, to the left, and to the right, to the right, to the right. Oh, okay. To the right, and I will temporarily change the layout height to a fixed height first, 100 dp for example. Yeah, and then I will change my view pager. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will change my view pager, and it is no longer full screen, but according to the bottom navigation view's height. Yeah. So okay, the width is match constraint, but the height is wrap content. The width is match constraint, but the height will be wrap content. I will leave it first because I want to actually connect the constraint first. Yeah, I will delete the bottom constraint from the view pager, and I will reconnect it to the top. Let's see. Yeah, let's connect it to the top constraint of the bottom navigation view. Yeah, this way I will make sure that the view pager is not obstructed by the bottom navigation view. Yeah, only then I can change this to wrap content. Yeah, something like this. Okay, and then give it the ID of bottom nav. Yeah, actually it is already given the ID of bottom navigation view. If you want to leave it as it is, then it's fine, but I think I will shorten it to bottom nav. Yeah, I will rename the ID to simply just bottom nav. Then you may wonder, yeah, how can we actually create the tabs for our bottom navigation view? Yeah, how to do that actually? First, we will need to create some icons first, yeah, to represent the menus available. Let's use the vector assets for the icons. Yeah, add these three icons: the home, library, books, and person. Yeah, I hope you remember how to add a new vector assets. Yeah, right click on rest rowable, then select new vector assets. Let's just add it in. Right click here on the rest rowable, then select new vector asset. Click over here, then search for home. Click next and finish. Do it again. This time for the library. Library. Yeah, this one. Library books. Okay, next. Finish. Once more. New vector asset. And the third one is person. Yeah, this one is for the profile. Yeah, if you want, you can search for other icons. Yeah, but I will just use person. Yeah, person. Okay, next, finish. Now that we have three icons, yeah, so the bottom navigation will load an XML which defines the menu. So we must create a XML for our menu, yeah, and then it will be displayed at the bottom navigation bar as tabs. Let's create the menu first then. Again, right click, but this time on the rest folder. Right click, new, then select Android resource file. Now change the directory name. Let's just select the resource type. Yeah, resource type. Change it to menu. Then for the file name, let's say this one. Yeah, bottom navigation menu. Yeah, I have a typo over here. Yeah, it is best to separate each word with an underscore. Yeah. So let's name it bottom navigation menu. Yeah, or if you really want to follow the naming convention, yeah, the item name should be in front. So menu, bottom, navigation. Yeah, but it's up to you. I think let's follow the slide, bottom navigation menu. Yeah, and if you take a look at the preview over here, yeah, it does not resemble tabs right now, but don't worry. Yeah, later when we load this XML to our bottom nav view, then it will be automatically adjusted into tabs. Yeah, for now, our job is to actually add three new. Yeah, our job is to actually drop three menu items. Yeah, so let's do that. Drag and drop three menu item. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then let's give them the IDs: item home, item playlist, and item profile. Then adjust the icon. Yeah, we have already added some vector assets, some icons. Now we can use it. Okay, for the first one, I will. This one is title. Yeah, be careful. So the first one is home. The title is home. The ID is item home. And the icon is this one. Yeah, similarly for the second menu, the title is playlist. The ID is item playlist. And the icon is library books. For the third item, the title is profile. The ID is item profile. Profile, not profile. profile, and the icon is person. Yeah, so as you can see here, we actually created a menu, yeah, that actually will be accessed by clicking this 3 vertical dots. Yeah, this is, if I'm not mistaken, the name is kebab. Yeah, this is a kebab menu. Yeah, but later when we load this XML into our bottom navigation bar, that it will be changed into tabs. Yeah, how to do that? Let's do it. Go back to the activity main XML, then on the bottom nav object, change the attribute menu. Okay, go back here. My bottom nav is already selected. Then let's search for menu. Menu, where are you? Ah, this one, yeah. Menu, let's just load the XML. Yeah, we only have one menu, bottom navigation menu. And then when you click OK, now you can see your beautifully created bottom navigation tab. Yeah, or bottom navigation bar. Yeah, we have home with the label home, the icon playlist, and the icon for profile. Okay, you may wish to try it for now to see your bottom navbar in action. Yeah, although if you take a look at the slide, yeah, for now the view pager and the bottom navigation bar are not connected with each other. Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, why are they not connected? Okay, so if you see here, let's see, maybe I will change to a day view, yeah, day theme, yeah, like this. If I click the playlist menu, you see my view pager is still in the home fragment. Yeah, if I click on the profile menu, the same. Yeah, and if I swipe to the playlist fragment, as you can see here, the active icon is still in the profile. Yeah. So our view pager and the bottom navigation bar are not connected. Now our job is actually to connect both of them here. When the menu is clicked, the view pager should change to the correct page, and when we swipe at the view pager, the active menu on the bottom navbar should change as well. Okay, we will do it one by one. Yeah, first we will change the active menu on the bottom navbar when there is a change on the page of the view pager. How to do that? First, we register for an on-page change on the view pager. We will do it on the main activity. Yeah, over here, view pager dot register on page change callback. Yeah, now the content is actually an anonymous object. Yeah, just follow the convention to create an anonymous object like this. Object colon. The type is view pager2 dot just import it first. Yeah, view pager2 dot on page change callback. Then provide curly braces, and we must implement oh sorry, yeah, I forgot the constructor. Yeah, and over here we must fill in with override to the on page selected function. On page selected. Yeah, we must override the implementation of the on page selected function. Yeah, this function will be invoked when the page on the view pager changes. Yeah, what should we do when the page on the view pager changes? Yeah, we simply select or change the selected item ID, yeah, which is the active menu. We will change it to the correct item ID. Yeah, how to get the correct item ID? Yeah, we have a position index over here, yeah, or actually an argument, yeah, or parameter over here. Yeah, position refers to the selected page on the ViewPager. Yeah, and if you notice, yeah, right now our ViewPager holds 3 fragments, and our bottom navbar holds 3 menu. Yeah, and we notice that it is mapped one by one. Yeah, so home fragment is mapped to the home menu. The playlist fragment should be mapped to the playlist menu, and the profile fragment should be mapped to the profile menu icon. Yeah, that means that the index of the home fragment, playlist fragment, and the profile fragment is the same with the index of these 3 icons. Yeah, so the home fragment and the home icon both will have the index of 0. Since we know the position of the active page on the ViewPager, which is index 0, yeah, for example, then we must change the selected item ID from the bottom navbar, yeah, to be the first icon. Yeah, and the ID we can get it from here. Yeah, that's why we can simply use this one line bottom nav dot selected item ID equals to the bottom nav dot menu. It will return this menu bar. Yeah, this menu. Then we will get the item with the index of position 0, 1, or 2. Then we will get the item ID. Yeah, let's do that. Bottom nav dot selected item ID equals to bottom nav dot menu dot get. Yeah, if you see here, actually we have index, yeah, but somehow when I try using this index, it does not work. So let's just use get. Yeah, later if we feel adventurous, let's try to change it with by using index. Yeah, position dot item ID. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, here we connect the view pager. If the active page changes, then the active menu should be changed as well. Yeah, let's try to swipe. One, yeah, as you can see here, the selected ID is now playlist. And if I swipe again, the active menu is profile. Yeah, try to swipe back and forth, and you can see that the bottom nav now displays the correct active icon. Okay, now what about the index? Can we replace it? Oh, actually Android Studio also suggests us to replace get with index. So actually this is fine. Yeah, maybe this is a new feature in Android Studio 4.1. Prior to that, I must use this code. Yeah, I must use the get item. Okay, nice. Our code works as intended. Yeah, so you can simply use like this bottom nav dot menu by the index of position dot item ID. Now our remaining task is to map this menu click, yeah, so that the view pager also displays the correct page or the correct fragment. Yeah, to do so, let's add a set on navigation item selected listener from the bottom nav. Bottom nav dot set on, let's see, set on navigation item. Set on navigation item on navigation item selected listener. On navigation item selected listener. Yeah, it is striked out. Let's figure out later. Yeah, in here, this function actually returns a boolean true if the menu is clickable. Yeah, so the user can click the menu, or false otherwise. Okay, here we must check the click menu ID. Yeah, and then we set the current item from the view pager into the corresponding index. Yeah, so if the item ID is RID item home, then the current item should be 0. If it is a playlist, then the current item should be 1. If it is item profile, then the current item should be 2. And for everything else, let's just default it to 0. Yeah, we use when as expression over here to simplify the code. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. ViewPager dot current item equals to when it dot item ID RID item home to 0, RID item playlist to 1, RID item profile 2, and oh sorry, 2, not 1, 2, and else 0, and return true. Yeah, for lambda expression, you don't really to explicitly type return. Yeah, the last line, the value of the last line is regarded as the return value from a lambda expression. Okay, let's try it. Yeah, and later, if we have enough time, then we will figure out how to change this strike through function. Yeah, why it is strike through. Okay, I think it's complete. So if I click on the profile, as you can see, now my view pager correctly displays the profile fragment. If I click on the playlist, now my playlist fragment is displayed. If I click at home, then the home fragment will be displayed. Yeah, so now our view pager and our bottom navigation bar are connected to each other. Yeah, we can swipe and the active menu is displayed correctly. And if we click on one of the menu, then the view pager will display the correct fragment. Okay, now, yeah, if your set on navigation item selected listener is struck true, like mine, yeah, please change it into set on item selected listener. Yeah, I have searched on Google, and one of the Stack Overflow says that the set on item selected listener is created to replace the set on navigation item selected listener. Yeah, so this one is actually deprecated, and yeah, as you can see here, deprecated in Java actually. Yeah, in favor for the set on item selected listener. Yeah, so if you don't want to use the set on navigation item selected listener, please change it to set on item selected listener. Yeah, and you have to provide one parameter over here, which is the selected item. Yeah, as you can see here, everything is still the same. Yeah, and if you want, you can also copy this. Yeah, you can copy this, then you can refer the item as it. Yeah, so the content is still the same, but the listener is changed. Yeah, the name is now set on item selected listener. Okay, I think that's all for the view pager and bottom navigation bar. Yeah. In the next video, we will finally use the typography we have provided or we have prepared on the second part. Yeah, how to actually use the app typography, let's do it in the next video.